welcome back for another video. Please make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss anything. I'm going to just kind of be quiet and hop right in. This is going to be starting with the second part of the reset, cleaning up, getting beds back together after we had company last week. I hope you enjoy. We are going to get into some more personal, kind of soul searching, digging a little bit deeper in this one. I hope you guys are here for it. It was not easy for me to share this, but I really feel led to do so. I think it's going to be potentially, just kind of gives you a glimpse into real life stuff that happens around here with me, things I'm going through currently, and I think it could be actually really helpful. So stick around. Let's see if we can help each other along on this journey. I also meant to say that if you want to skip this little portion of speed cleaning here, then you can jump ahead to the part of the video where I just kind of dive in and share what's been on my heart and mind, and hopefully you can get a lot out of that. Take a quick moment and just mention that if you're interested in any of the vacuum that we just got, or like this queen sized air mattress, anything that I am showing that we're using in this video or in any of my videos actually, please feel free to comment and just ask the questions. I'm not great about linking the things that I'm using. I actually don't even know if that's something that I am able to do without having, that many subscribers on my channel, but I am absolutely willing to answer any questions that you have. If you just leave me a comment, I will try to share a link or at least give you the name of whatever it is that I'm using. And I'm not here to get you to feel like you need to buy every single thing that you think you might want or that you see that we are using. I just want to make sure that if it's something that you find that you might actually need or would be useful, that I'm not what do they call that, gatekeeping. So you see us taking measurements here around the dining room. I have recently been absolutely obsessed with putting a built-in banquette dining situation in this spot. And I have to tell you, I spent so much time dreaming it up and fantasizing about what it would look like and romanticizing my life with this built-in banquette seating. And then, practically we get over here and I'm messing around with the furniture and we put the rug in, and I'm looking at the beautiful window. We have that window is just huge and it's kind of low on the wall. It takes up most of that wall and it's beautiful. It's like a picture window. And so after we were in here and working and putting these bigger chairs in place and just, what I'm doing right now is just kind of trying to visualize that situation if I were to put a banquette in. That's what I was doing. And so using my bigger chairs that were in the bedroom, once I put them in place, I gotta tell you, I was like, it's very, very cozy in there, sitting in there with the bigger chairs now, and we've actually really utilized the space, but I don't think I want to do anything built in, at least not where it would cover the window or interfere with using or sitting near that window or being able to see out the window. I just really, really don't want to mess with it. And so it was really good to put the furniture in and rearrange it several times. And, we're just going to live with it the way that it is. We don't love this round dining table, but it does fit the space really nicely. So, yeah, just I would recommend if you're feeling the itch to switch, do it. Switch what you have around and just live with it and just kind of see how it functions. And if it's not the perfect aesthetic, maybe you can work on that over time, but do not go out and buy something new before you've taken the time to kind of play with what you have already. And it's just so invaluable, right? And again, we're not going to go out and just spend money just because. I was really, really pushing this. I really, really wanted a certain kind of table, and I really wanted the built-in banquet seating, and I'm so glad that did not happen, because just the day before I was having one of those low moments and really just doing this this thing that I do where I'm seeking this dopamine hit, and I was like, oh, I found the perfect table, let's go get it. I want to put the icing on the cake before I ever even bake the cake, sort of thing. So I'm here to tell you, slow down, sister. Use what you have, move it around, put it in place, and live with it, and just see how it feels. This really feels quite lovely, but it also makes me realize I really don't want banquet seating. So, into the next part of the video, working in this little office space that I put together for my husband as he is starting law school. He started yesterday, so proud of you, babe. And spending some time on some productivity things that I realized I was not getting done just because I was scrolling on my phone so much, wasting so much time. And that is going to be this next part of the video where I completely overshare, but again, I think it's going to be really helpful, so stay tuned. It's coming right up. I can't tell you how good it felt to block off some time. I set my phone aside and got in my planner, got started on some meal planning. I did my grocery shopping on Walmart.com or whatever it is, the Walmart app. I got so much done. I got Bishop's week ahead printed, his lesson plan and his homework. I printed his lunch schedule. I spent time looking in cookbooks for inspiration, for meal planning. I got a lot done, and it just really sparked the next couple of days for me. I've been really busy. I've been happier. I've been very much more focused on my tasks as a homemaker, as a wife, as a mom. There is really no substitute for feeling good about the things that you're doing, the things that you're called to do. So I am just so grateful that I've found my groove again. I'm praying that it stays this way. I know that it's normal to have, ups and downs, highs and lows. But I gotta tell you, this just felt so good to feel like I was not taking time away from anyone, that I was focusing on things that bring me joy, make me happy. Just so good, you guys. we want to tell you thank you so much for being here. Please share this video with someone that you think it might help. That would really bless me. I wasn't really planning on sharing anything like this on this day, but I had been just very quiet, very inward, and just reflecting, and this is when kind of everything came together for me. So I thought, well, I'm going to turn the camera on and just see where this goes, and I really was not sure about sharing this publicly, so please be kind. And again, thank you so much for being here, my friends.
Hey guys, I just wanted to hop in this video really quick and just talk about some things that are happening that I hadn't planned. I am 45 years old. I never completed college. I did just a couple of years ago, not even 2 years ago. I started some certification courses to become a holistic nutritionist. And I have a specialty in autoimmune disease and how nutrition relates to that. Anyway, I have just been feeling very, I really don't know how to describe it, but just like I am not really accomplishing anything. And sometimes that can be true. Other times I think we're maybe attaching things that we wish we would get done, or maybe comparing ourselves to others and thinking, kind of like I'm not doing enough, or whatever it is. It could be different motivation for all of us to kind of go through these seasons where we feel like we need to be doing more, or we should have done more by now, or I really don't even know how to explain how I'm feeling, other than I talked it out with my husband, and he just listened, of course, very supportive, and listened, and then just said, why don't you find something that you want to do and do it? Sky's the limit. And ever since he said that, I've just been kind of like really thinking about maybe what made me feel the way I was feeling over the last couple of weeks, where I was just feeling really not uninspired, but just like I'm 45 years old and I haven't accomplished anything. Like, I look around and I'm like, yes, I've raised my children and still very much active with an 11-year-old in the house. Like, we still have a lot of years left to pour into him. And so that job is not anywhere near done, which, thankfully I would not change that for the world. Like, that he is going to be a lot over the next few years, and I'm ready for that. And I'm not saying that I want to go back to work or anything like that, or go to work. I've never really gone to work, so it wouldn't be really going back to work. But anyway, all that to say, the last few days I've had some time and space to really evaluate myself and how I'm spending my time right now, just day to day. And I'm ashamed to say that I really think it just comes down to spending too much time on social media. I really struggle with ADHD, and so it's very, very easy for me to be very quickly derailed, and my thoughts go like a million miles a minute. And so I am thinking about so many different things all at one time. And if a thought pops into my head, like, oh, I want to look this up, oh, I want to look this up, that's it. It's done. So I think that is actually going to kind of just acknowledging that and kind of discovering that. While I knew, and you hear people talk about that all the time, like, people are addicted to their phones and they spend too much time scrolling on social media. And like, I'm not a doom scroller. I don't love to listen to other people's like tragic stories or anything like that. I literally just get sucked into, Google searches, social media, YouTube, time on YouTube that isn't like productive. And I'm not saying that all of our time spent, our downtime spent using our devices needs to be for, productivity or whatever. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like there's definitely a balance there that I have been completely off. And so identifying that for me personally was really huge. And it actually just kind of started to come together today as I'm working around the house. I've been working around the house all day. I never got dressed. I wasn't feeling all that well when I woke up. I have been feeling a little kind of maybe like a head cold coming on. And so I just kind of eased into the day, but worked around the house kind of like doing things. We had some rugs out in the garage that were, starting to get really dusty. And with the winter and the wet weather, I was like, I need to either really get those sold, like commit to getting those sold, or bring them in the house, clean them up, and just put them in the house. It's nice to have rugs in the wintertime. So we opted for that. Jason brought one of them in today, and we cleaned up the dining room area, vacuumed both sides of the rug really well with our new vacuum, and it did an awesome job. It got it very, very clean, so I don't have to worry about that. But as I was just working on little things like that today that I wouldn't normally do, especially on a Sunday, and then spending time getting ready for Bishop to go back to school tomorrow, getting just with purpose, spending time in my planner and doing my grocery order and meal planning and things like that. Like I just set my phone aside today and I was hardly on it. And I already feel like I got so much more done today. And it was so timely. Thank you, Lord. It was so timely for me to pull my head out and figure out how to, like, I'm capable of doing this. I had been really, really beating myself up over my ADD and my inability to focus. And I just kept thinking, why do I feel so bad? Why can't I do anything? Why can't I accomplish anything during the day? Why am I so, just like, I just feel like my battery has been unplugged. And yes, there are times in life when your hormones, my thyroid, many medical, legit health concerns are causing me to feel that way. But right now, I've been feeling like I'm pretty dialed in. I've been on really, really good supplements. I've been sleeping really well. Like I mentioned, I'm not feeling all that great, but not bad enough to, not get up and get things done. But I just it's been a little bit different in the kind of lack of motivation and like inability to focus. And so if that is in fact all it was just literally wasting so much time sitting and scrolling on my phone, then I think I've kind of unlocked, what could be kind of, it's a key to unlocking some productivity, and not to get that confused with overworking, because there was just no work really being done, is what I'm saying. Like I would get up and clean up, kind of do bare minimum, and that's okay sometimes. Like one of my videos previously, it was, we're just going to use a timer and we're just going to do a speed tidy. And sometimes that's just what you need to do, and that's maybe all you have time for, or that's all you have the energy for, like legitimately, and it just has to get done. And so that's kind of not really what I'm addressing here. I'm just saying, like, I was kind of in that place where I was stuck in the mud of like, I'm buying a planner and I'm not using it. I'm, instead of actually doing the things, like just a tough love conversation with myself, instead of actually doing the things that I need to do to get the things done, I'm on my phone. I'm scrolling. I'm worried about, what I'm going to miss on Facebook Marketplace. And like, I don't need a dang thing else in this house at the moment. I have so much furniture that I don't love, that I don't know what I want to do with. I have, since we moved in, I have just stuffed closets full of artwork and decor, like wall decor, and random pieces that I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to use those things, but they're taking up space and mental space for me now too. When we walk in the front entry, which we don't use all that often, the family, we typically come in through the garage mostly. But when I'm in the front entry, and I was so excited to have an actual entry space with a closet and a welcoming spot when guests enter our home. When we moved in, I just threw everything that I didn't know what to do with in that closet, and it's never been used as an entry closet. And so just things like that that could have very easily by now could have gotten done. But this is not, I'm not sharing this for you to hear me beat myself up. I'm sharing it so that you are maybe, you don't feel alone if you're feeling the same way, where you're just really, you're truly like, it's your fault that you're not being productive, but maybe there are things that you just need to get real with yourself over, like how much time you're spending on your phone, or how much time you're spending on your hobbies, or whatever it might be. Are you really just getting in your own way? I think is the question that I'm asking here, because that was the case for me. And I have to share with you, I think that watching Lauren Nicholson, I will put a link to her channel somewhere on my stuff if I do end up sharing this video. I'm not sure if I will, but I just thought it was a timely, it was timely to share these things that are on my heart and mind, because it's the start of a new year. It just happens to coincide with how I'm feeling right now. I think because I'm faced with a lot of different things coming up in life, like some family dynamic changes, and just there's just a lot coming up. There's a lot, we've been through a lot, but there's like a lot that's like it's loading, and it's about to launch. So I was feeling extra perturbed with myself, I think, with just the fact that I feel like time is flying by me and I'm not participating in anything. Well, like I said, sometimes that's health related and sometimes that's really legitimate. But for me, I was like starting to get really cranky and honestly taking it out on my family. And when it came down to it, it was a me problem. I needed to look inside and say, what is happening? Why do I feel so frustrated? Yes, I have ADHD. Yes, it's legitimate, but I've survived this long and gotten quite a bit done. And why is this season taking so long for me to get through? So anyway, I don't know if that makes a lick of sense to anybody else out there, but I wanted to share that. And that watching Lauren Nicholson, I just found her recently, and so watching a couple of her videos where she sits down, and it's so helpful. She sits down and shows how she uses her planner, and she's like a little Energizer bunny. She's getting so much done, and I thought, what happened to me? What happened to me? I used to be like that. I used to be able to get everything done and have joy and have like time in my life to enjoy doing anything other than cleaning my house. Literally, that's all I've been doing. Like, I have been so whiny and complaining and just terrible about the fact that I have to clean my house every day. So anyway, again, I hope that if that speaks to you in some way, if that resonates with you, let me know down in the comments. Again, I don't know if I'm going to share this or not. I just am trying to get it off my chest while I have a moment. And I think that's it. If you have any, tips for fellow ADHDers out there about how you keep your focus, or, is it literally just you have to set your phone down, put it in a different room, walk away, leave it alone? I have an Apple Watch, which I think this does not distract me. I think it actually helps me. I don't really care about the analytics and the exercise stuff as much. Like I don't care to measure those things, the exercise analytics and things and tracking your steps, all that. I don't use it. I probably should for that. I just like to have it so that I can walk away from my phone, and if I'm needed for something, like while Bishop's at school, or if my husband needs to text me for some reason, I will know that I need to, either answer the call or get back to them with a text as soon as I can. So it really helps me to not lose focus if I am going to have a day where I'm keeping my phone away from me. And so anyway, there's that. So that's one of my tips. Either, set your phone in the other room and use your Apple Watch to get your notifications, or if this is going to distract you, put them both in another room. Maybe if you're nervous about that, initially just let your people know that might need to get a hold of you, that you'll be, you'll check your phone every hour or whatever it is that you personally feel would be helpful to you to separate yourself from the temptation to hop on and scroll or waste time on your phone or computer, whatever it is. The other thing that I wanted to share, what was it? Yes. Okay, so my Passionate Penny Pincher planner, that's a mouthful, but I learned about this many, many years ago from, I can't remember, a friend or something. And then on some of Tiffany's videos, Charlotte Grove Farmhouse, if you don't follow her, please go follow her. She is a doll. I just love her. I feel like we could be besties. We just have a lot in common. But she had mentioned that she used that planner again a couple years ago, and I was like, well, I already have this planner. I even, like, over in the last 6 months or so, maybe a little bit longer than that, but I got a Laurel Denise planner. I was so thrilled for that one because it has just a different layout, and I was like gonna use it and write in it and not be scared to write in it and all that good stuff. Well, I didn't write in it, and I might, find a use for it still. It was kind of pricey, and so I would like to find a use for it. If not, my daughter might want to use it. She might find it helpful. It ended up for me like it was, I think, just poor timing. And being, that we just moved and everything, it's getting to be almost 4 months ago now, you guys. Wow. But the fact that I had just gotten it, and then we moved pretty much within, 4 or 5 weeks of getting that planner, it ended up in a box and unutilized. So, but all that to say, I did get a home planner, the Passionate Penny Pincher home planner. And it is more specific to, it's not like how you need to do things personally through your day, but more of like the literal productivity side of your home and the things that need to be cared for on a daily basis. So I love the way that it's set up. I would encourage you to go online and find it and look through it and see if you think that might be helpful. Again, that's Passionate Penny Pincher, and this one is the home planner. And let's see, it's January 5th now, so it's a fresh planner. I've just started in it, but I really feel like I'm going to use it. I feel like it's actually got a lot of not just the visual prompts, to help me kind of stay focused and on task, but it lists out the tasks that you should be doing daily, like, within reason. So you might not every single day, you might not do some of the things that it has listed out, but they are pretty general, where I feel like most people are probably doing those things every day, if not most days. So, and then plenty of space to write out your specific things that if you need a box to check. I love to check off boxes. It is such a dopamine hit for me. So the fact that I have already, that she has color-coded boxes in there where you can check off the specific things that she's suggesting that you would do daily. And then there's also a space to make your own each day. I love it. I think I'm really going to use this one. And so far, so good. So I wanted to share that. And also, one thing that I'm back on, yesterday I started back on drinking electrolytes every morning. My goodness, what a difference that makes for my brain fog. You guys, you are likely deficient in magnesium, and most people are. And it's just a fact of our standard American diet. It's just one of those terrible side effects of not having enough nutrients in our system and for our cells to pull from. So, quick reminder, try some electrolytes. Try to start your day with not just water, but to add electrolytes in. Try to find one that's not full of junk, that doesn't have sugar, that doesn't have artificial sweeteners, preferably one that also does not have natural flavors. Maybe you want to start with just adding a pinch of salt to your water and making sure you're getting that in every morning. But sodium needs, magnesium needs, electrolyte balance, potassium, calcium, those things need to be in our bodies and they need to be properly balanced. And I was really, really, really not doing well with that part of my supplement regimen. So my routine is going to be cleaned up. We are going to be hitting it with purpose and focus, because my brain fog truly is helped immediately by adding in those electrolytes. Now, I have overstock of the Element brand. It's LMNT. I've recently learned that they have some things in, some ingredients in there that I may not want to continue on. I might not want to purchase again. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research on those before I can fully recommend that brand. But I love the way that they taste. I love the watermelon flavor. I love the grapefruit flavor. Just any of the citrus. They have a hot cocoa, like a hot chocolate flavor, which is really good. I love it. I think it's very good. My family doesn't enjoy it, but they have like a mint flavored hot chocolate and a regular hot chocolate, and then I think like a sea salt caramel flavor hot chocolate too. So anyway, like I said, I can't fully recommend them at this point. They have been so good to me though. They have sent me so many fun perks. We've bought a lot of Element over the last few years because we were all using it. Four of us, not our little guy, he wasn't using it, but all four of us there for a while, we were using it several times a day, especially in the summertime here in Arkansas, because you sweat, you lose it, and you need to replace it. So anyway, try some electrolytes. Get yourself a good planner, put your phone in another room, and see where things go from there. So thanks for letting me share what's been on my heart. There's a ton more, but I don't have a ton of time because I need to get up. And once, I'm sure you can hear that background noise, it's crazy, but once my daughter gets the kitchen finished up, I have to do some lunch prep for, it's Sunday. I don't know if I said that. I think I did, but it's Sunday, the Sunday before we go back to school after Christmas break. And so I have gotten so much done today to get us ready to go so that we can have a seamless Monday back to school. And so I'm going to get in the kitchen here and get prepping some apples for lunches. I'm going to try something different with those. Our friends that were just here visiting, he told me that one of his friends had apples sliced up in the fridge while he was ever visiting him, and he popped one and he was like, whoa, why are these so good? And apparently he puts orange juice on the apple slices and it keeps them fresh and it gives them like a little bit of a tangy, good flavor. So heck yeah, we're going to try that out. And I'm going to have that ready to go and then just do some I ordered some little yogurt cups, like glass yogurt cups with an airtight lid to put, they're 4 ounces, so they're not very big. They'll fit nicely in his lunch, hopefully. So those are supposed to be here tonight, those yogurt containers. Something else was supposed to be here tonight from Amazon. I think I will just include those in my next kind of organizing video. I have some kitchen organization coming up, some closet organization coming up. So I hope that you will come back. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments below. Any interaction that you want to have, I'm here for it. I appreciate you being here. And yeah, I hope this was helpful. So I will see you guys in my next video. Take care.